We feel so unfulfilled and empty today because we've no control over our lives. We live in a society which governs our every movement and exploits us in every single way possible. It doesn't matter if we go to work today or if we miss the bus, because it doesn't affect whether we actually live or die. Our lives are not our own. We should be able to make choices and live each day at a time, knowing that if we don't hunt or grow, then we don't eat. And this is the fundamental thing we're lacking, I think. Imagine a place where you would live each day doing what was necessary to survive, be it hunting or fishing or weaving an item of clothing or a pillow, I don't know. You wouldn't be bored, you wouldn't have time. Your choices would directly affect you, and therefore they'd have meaning. You would be able to live for today and not only think about tomorrow. We are animals inside, and we've covered this up for too long. The society that we've created makes you into a controllable, accountable worker. You think you need money, but on what do you actually spend it? A house in a city close to your job where you can keep tabs, where they can keep tabs and tax you. A car so you can live just that little further from your job, and so you can go to the supermarket and get your food so that you can live and face another day of work tomorrow. Nice clothes maybe so that you can look smart at work, or maybe feel like you have an identity and catch that special someone's eye. Maybe a washing machine, a bed, a TV, an oven, a hoover, etc. What from this list do you really need? What's essential to your survival? None of it. And therefore, why do we live for money, when all that money brings us is useless things and the pursuit of more money? And the answer is simply conditioning. You all know this. We live and grow in a world of money, making all we see, hear, taste and touch revolve around money. But none of it actually affects whether we live or die. And this makes us unhappy. Do you feel unhappy? Or do you feel happy? Do you feel pointless, maybe? Powerless? Like a rat in the corner with no real choices or power? That's why. It's so hard to change because they don't want you to see any other way. All you know is that money is needed, but it's actually not. If you take the leap of faith, if you dare, and turn your back on everything you've learned and ever known, you don't have to be a stereotype, and you don't have to work a 9 to 5, you don't have to cover what your neighbour has. You can be free. Freedom comes from within. All you have to do is make a start. And all I'd suggest is not buying so much stuff, basically. Ask yourself when you go and buy something, actually, do I need this? Have a look. What's in your living room, and ask yourself, are there things here which I don't need? And get rid of them. You can have like a £5,000 sofa. You won't actually use this sofa. You'll want to keep it pristine. You won't want to put people's feet on it, will you? You won't want to spill anything on it. A sofa by its definition is meant to be somewhere where you can relax. But if you spend £5,000 on a sofa, you can't relax on it because you're worrying about it. You're worrying about damaging, etc. We work always for somebody else and some other ideals, and that makes us feel impotent in all our actions. It leads us to emptiness and unfulfillment. And we try and fill this emptiness and unfulfillment with physical things. Well, that simply leads to more emptiness and unfulfillment because the whole act of buying something is backwards. You feel like an anticipation of how great the thing will be, and once you get this thing, very quickly it goes. And then, what must you do? Covet something else. Stop coveting. See how you do.